Welcome to Mind Shield. We protect the mind and pursue the truth. Let's get started.
Welcome to Mind Shield. You know, we're constantly hearing these wild claims about remote influence and hidden tech, and honestly, it's a mess trying to sort out what's real. So today, we're going to do something different. We're going to build a clear, structured framework, a unified threat model to analyze all of this systematically. Think of it as our toolkit for bringing some serious order to the chaos. Let's jump in.
Okay, let's kick things off with what is, without a doubt, our most important guiding principle. A good model isn't designed to prove you're right. It's designed to show you all the ways you could be wrong. Our goal here is to build a framework that's so tough, so rigorous, that it can be tested, challenged, and maybe even broken, because that's how we actually learn something new.
And this slide, man, it just nails the whole problem we're trying to solve. Over on one side, you've got these theory-heavy claims. They're based on speculation, and they just create more noise and confusion. But on the other side, a systematic pipeline. It's built on steps you can actually test, and it leads to clear, reviewable evidence. That's the side we want to be on. That's what we're building today.
So first up in our toolkit is what we're calling the master map. The idea is simple. Instead of just guessing what's possible, we're going to chart out the plausible mechanisms based on what we can actually find. We're talking declassified documents, peer-reviewed science. From step one, our entire investigation is grounded in the public record. No science fiction allowed.
Okay, check this out, because this is where it gets really practical. Look at the physics here. An ultrasonic parametric speaker, it uses acoustic waves. It's just sound, right? So a solid wall is going to stop it. Simple. But a microwave auditory device, that's electromagnetic. It can go right through non-metal walls. Just knowing these physical limits is a huge deal. It helps us start filtering claims right away.
And look, this is not some newfangled idea. This is a declassified U.S. Air Force document from 1996. They are explicitly talking about the potential to create high-fidelity speech in the human body. They knew it might be possible to talk to somebody inside their own head. The paper trail shows this has been on the drawing board for a very, very long time.
All right, now we get to the real core of this whole thing, the signature library. This is where we stop just talking about theories and start building actual testable checklists. We take a mechanism from our master map and ask, what evidence should we find if this is real? And maybe even more important, what evidence would prove it's not happening? This four-step process is the beating heart of our model. Instead of just looking for things that confirm our beliefs, we actively hunt for disconfirmers, things that could blow our theory out of the water. We also run null trials, which is just a fancy way of saying we test when nothing should be happening. If something still shows up on our sensors, well, that tells you a lot, doesn't it? This whole process is about trying to prove ourselves wrong.
So that all sounds great in theory, but what are we actually looking for? I mean, what does real, measurable, instrumental evidence even look like when you're dealing with something like this?
Well, this table gives you a fantastic cheat sheet. Think about it. A directed energy attack might not leave a smoking hole in the wall. The evidence might be more subtle, like weird interference spikes on audio recordings. A digital compromise, on the other hand, that should leave footprints and network logs. And a hacked neural interface, that's going to have a digital forensic trail. Every vector leaves a different kind of signature.
Look, if you want anyone, and I mean anyone, to take this seriously, the data collection has to be rock solid. We're talking disciplined. It means using real, validated tools, keeping meticulous logs, and carefully correlating sensor readings with subjective experiences. And using controls is non-negotiable. Putting up a Faraday shield to see if an effect stops, that's a powerful way to isolate what's really going on.
All right, the last piece of our pipeline. This is how we connect the technical data we're collecting to the historical paper trail. And we do that by using the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, to get into the government's own archives.
Yeah, check this out. This is a real declassified CIA document. When you get something like this, it's not speculation anymore. It's a paper trail. It's concrete proof of institutional interest and research. And that completely changes the conversation from what if to what did they find. But here's the thing, you can't just file a FOIA for all the secret mind control stuff. It just doesn't work that way. Filing an effective request is an art. You have to be a surgeon, target a specific agency, use precise keywords you found in other public records, like Project Pandora, and lock in a date range. You're basically doing the archivist homework for them, and that's how you get results.
So why do we do all this? Why all the structure, all the formality? It's simple.
This is the language institutions understand. Scientific bodies, legal teams, government agencies, they don't respond to stories. They respond to structured data and methods they can review and reproduce.
And the sad truth is, a lot of these cases just fizzle out. And the reason they fail is often because they're heavy on theory but incredibly light on actual verifiable artifacts. It's a collection of anecdotes, and there's nothing for an expert to really sink their teeth into.
So it's totally plausible. In fact, it's the whole point that this unified model we've just built can create that standardized output. It's the kind of packet of information you can hand to a credible expert and say, here, review this. And that is how you open the door to responsible advocacy and get real answers. So, you've done all the hard work. You've collected the data. You've built your case file. What's next? What do you actually do with it? Well, that's where we're headed next season. We are diving deep into evidence operations, the whole shebang, chain of custody, corroboration, and navigating the right institutional channels. It's going to be a wild ride.
And one last thing before we wrap up, and this is absolutely critical. This entire process is an investigation into evidence, not people. That means no naming suspects, no defamation, no illegal collection methods. The goal here is a lawful, reviewable, and ethical process. Period. Thanks for tuning in.